Good day to you. So today, capturing the Lord's heart for today, it is like this. The righteous must burn bright, as Proverbs 4:18 says, we begin our morning and we arise and shine through noonday brightness. That is what the call of the righteous is. And we also take thought from David's meditation, Psalm 27. Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Lord is the defense of my life. A very simple one. Whom shall I dread? So COVID is a dreadful thing. Somehow we need to have our light shining bright. When the host of enemies encamp around me, one thing we ask of the Lord. This is David's heart. In all his travails, troubles, and his battles, when he was with his back to the wall, he learned this: one thing I have asked from the Lord. Psalm 27 verse 4. That I shall seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord and to meditate in his temple. Somehow, in this time, we have to get back to the one thing Christian. Maybe the Christian's problem is that he's expert in all things other than beholding the Lord's beauty. Christian tries to be expert in politics and discussion. He tries to be expert in hydroxychloroquine and battles. He gets involved in who's the best president or who's not the best president. Is the government doing right or not? Are we to shut down or not? Now, those are tedious issues that sensible scientists who are not motivated by money and globalists have to decide. So it is a fact that every layman has to get a little wise, because we don't know when science calls it science, whether it is fake. When media says something, media may be on that side or this side, and they may be saying the sided truth, not the truth, but the sided opinion. So the Christian's best defense, best desire is do this one thing. One thing I have asked of the Lord. So Paul said, one thing I do, I forget that which is past and press forward to the mark of the prize of the high calling in Christ Jesus. One thing. And here David says, one thing I have asked from the Lord, that I shall seek. These are days, this one thing Christians are much needed. They have a focus and a passion to do that one thing that is critical for the hour. I think that is critical for the hour is to dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord. Let not 1 hour pass without having that sense we are preparing our heart to meet with our God, and who knows in this hour what will happen. That's the spirit of Isaiah 64. This one thing I do, forgetting things that are behind my experiences, achievements, distractions or attractions, I focus my eyes to behold the beauty of the Lord. So as we behold the beauty of the Lord, I'm just thinking, and the Lord's light and glory shining, filling us, we may be able to send forth the light of the Lord just 1 meter outside us. Who knows? Safe distancing, 2 meters is outside of us. Just imagine. And maybe when the Christian family is praying together, 2, 3, 4, agreeing together in the family prayer altar, maybe the light of the Lord will penetrate outside their fence 1 meter. We don't want to be in a situation when we are under siege and darkness is thick as ever, pressing on us on every side. COVID darkness, political darkness, fake science darkness, fake media darkness, false prophecy darkness, and we are more conscious of the darkness than of the light. No way. We must be conscious of the light of the Lord, the beauty of the Lord. So this Sunday, last Sunday, we got this release on the old chorus, looking unto His holiness, gazing upon His loveliness. We don't want to be conscious of anything more than that. So if you are into too much of clips circulating and seeing, and too much of TV, that darkness will get into you. So beloved, we are people of the light. We are soldiers of the light. So we have to burn bright our lamp. In the Samuel hour at midnight, yes, burn bright the lamp. Hudson Taylor's daughter wrote, the sun never rose on China, without seeing my father with his lamp lit, often in a boathouse, because they got about in reverse in China at that time, China-England mission. Without seeing my father's lamp burning and his Bible open. That was, I think she was Geraldine Taylor. That was the testimony that she carried of her father, Hudson Taylor, that the lamp was burning, Bible was open by the time the sun was rising in China. That was Hudson Taylor. So these are days for that kind of living. Beholding the beauty of the Lord. So every Christian family, just 4, father, mother, brother, sister, just 4, and their light is shining and he's moving out, and around their fence there's a halo of angels and heaven's bright light. So darkness is not pressing. They may be the only ones, only Christians in the area, in the neighborhood, but their light may be just 1 meter outside their perimeter, and darkness cannot get to them. But look at the other Christian who's under siege always, so many pressures, so many fleshly, carnal desires coming at him. He does not know what to choose, and he's surfing the TV all the time or the computer, and so many temptations are attacking him, and he's besieged by darkness, and he has a headache. I'm not saying it's wrong to get a headache. All I'm saying is, what is pressing on you? Let it be the light of heaven. Let it be the beauty of heaven. And then we took up this Isaiah 29 passage today. It came alive. I'd just like to look at it. It's a very intense passage. And it comes in the middle of Isaiah suddenly. It comes soon after this Isaiah 28 prophecy. Isaiah 29, woe, O Ariel, Ariel, the city where David once camped. What a reputation David has. 340 years after David, Isaiah is speaking probably in 730 BC, let's say 200 years after David. But still the Lord is referring to Jerusalem as the city where David once camped. Imagine, the Lord is saying Colombo, the city where Lalith Mendis camped. What about you and your city? Will it get a new definition from your name? You remember Nebuchadnezzar said, the God of Daniel, would to God there are cities now that we have camped in the city, and the Lord's people have made a camp in the city, and we take over the affections and the disaffections of our city. We take over an ailing city or a city that's doing very well. We take over, we belong in and we belong together, and we don't disown our city when our city becomes stupid and smelly. No, no, no. We own the good, the bad, the ugly for reformation, for redemptive justice. We are not into retributive justice. Christians are so agog with that politics and this politics. Would to God they are agog with the glory of heaven, agog with the brightness of heaven. Please, these are desperate days, and only heaven can get us through with it. So it was called the city where David camped. What a thing, what a thing. And some people think that first Ariel is Jerusalem, the second Ariel is the heart of God, or the burnt offering of God. So there is a militancy of the Lord that he is coming against Jerusalem, but at the same time coming against the multitude of Jerusalem's enemies. 29:5 Isaiah. And then the Lord of hosts will do what he has to do, Yahweh Sabaoth. Then it says, what will happen to that the seers will not see, and prophets will not see, seers will not hear, and seers will not see, and prophets will not hear, because they are dumb, they become dumb. But then the Lord works here. The people were having a spirit of deep sleep. That was the problem. Church was having a spirit of deep sleep. That was the problem. He has shut your eyes, the prophets. He has covered your heads, the seers. No. We want to wake up. We want to see and hear with the Lord. The entire vision will be to you like the words of a sealed book. No, we want this to be opened up and for us to understand the time we are living in. So see this. Then this bad thing, the report is there, then the Lord is judging, the Lord is working, the Lord is opening eyes, yes, and Lord is turning around, yes. And He says, is it not yet just a little while? In a little while, shall we say in a little while? So what can you do, Christian? What can I do? Now in a family, just imagine this, if a family, there are 4 members, father, mother, brother, sister, and they're all glowing with the light of God as best as they could, at least their property is safe. And if they can emanate the light of God 1 meter outside the property, wonderful. If they can emanate the light of God into 3, 4, 5, 6 households around them, that would be even better. But now what happens if one family member goes dark? He's not emanating light, he's emanating darkness. Others may know, others may not know. Then there are 3 others whose light will catch up, hopefully, and reform the fellow. But in a church, what if we get involved in darkness or in distraction? I'm not saying both are the same, but it works close to same. Distraction is that you are not available for the light of God to do its work today, this hour. Darkness is you're quoting something, not of God. Dark, it's dark. So consider this, dark and distraction. When the Christians are given to dark and distraction, let's consider an assembly of 50 people. What happens if in that assembly, that 25, half of them are given to distraction or darkness? What can the other 25 do? But imagine an assembly where all 50 are glowing with the light of God. And they are situated in a township of, let's say, 5,000 people. 50 people glowing with light, 5,000 people around them. And if it's a township of 500, 1/10 are glowing with the light. Did you understand that? So Christian, the battle is won when we, the Christian, keep the light of God in our life. Keep the light of God. So Ariel is a real battle, but here is the end result. The Lord comes through. Little while, Lord comes. So hold on, the Lord is coming through. He will open our eyes, open our ears, and we will see. And here's what happened. On that day, the deaf will hear the words of a book, and out of their gloom and darkness, the eyes of the blind will see. We are believing this for our cities. How does it happen? When the city of God, God's people shine their light. Shall we take a corporate decision, assembly? If you are an assembly of 50, shall we say all of us, each believer, will come to the house of God and come to whatever we can come to and burn bright. I'll be full of the glow of God, and I will consider it my first business to scatter God's light. Burn bright for Jesus, and my corporate business, the second business, or my professional business, the second business, first business, filled with the light of God, practicing the secret place of the Most High, so that the covering of the Almighty shall go around. Here's another thought. No plague shall come nigh my dwelling place. That's a promise. Psalm 34. Angel of the Lord encamps around us, and no plague shall come nigh my dwelling place. It is also the promise of Psalm 91. No snare of the fowler can come. No arrow from afar can come. No dangerous disease can come. No disease that walks in darkness can come. No terror in the night can come. No noonday destruction can come. No other destruction can come. Because we have said we are the secret place of the Most High. So, and we are saying no plague shall come my dwelling place. So my dwelling place is my home, my dwelling place is my street, my dwelling place is my township. What if you embrace, enclose your entire township as the dwelling place of God? What if you enclose the entire assembly to which you belong as the dwelling place of God? So Christian, let's embrace the dwelling, all what we can, my workplace, my work field, my neighborhood, as the dwelling place of God. And I want to burn bright, give myself to holiness and to gaze upon your loveliness. You remember David, Psalm 27, this is what he did. What a life, David's life. His father didn't even count him in when Samuel came to anoint. But after the 7 came in and the Lord said, I didn't choose any one of them. Samuel said, is there another one? Your father said, yes, the other fellow, he's just looking after the smelly sheep. Samuel said, bring him in, we stop everything till he comes. He came, he was ruddy, he was anointed, he was full of the Lord's Spirit. And immediately the Spirit of the Lord for kingship entered into David. I like to think he was about 17 years old at that time. So God, eyes of the Lord run to and fro upon the whole earth to show himself strong on behalf of that perfect heart. So the Lord's eyes were running around because Samuel was aging, his sons were disparaging, and the king Saul was going nuts. Then God was looking around and he saw 12-year-old David, and he took him in. David says in Psalm 27 verse 10, my father and my mother forsook me, but God took me in. God took me in. Will you be that burning bright flame for the Lord? God bless you.